Hi, this is Kevin with Naples Lawn Service, and today we're going to be doing a video on how to change out your differential oil on your John Deere 590M Gator. Okay, so to change this oil in this differential, you're going to need about 13 ounces of this high guard, low viscosity. I actually just got a quart because it doesn't come that small. But this is John Deere TY22035, and it's low viscosity. I also make a high guard that says transmission and hydraulic oil that is regular. It's not low viscosity. They said you can mix them if you have to. It's not a problem to mix the low and the regular, but this is what they recommend: low viscosity John Deere high guard. You're going to need a number 13 socket and a 22. This is 3/8 inch, this is 1/2 inch, so you can go either way you want on those. You're going to need some extensions to get up in there where you got to go. Since we're using 1/2 inch, I got this 1/2 inch to 3/8 extension and one of these knuckles that will go like this to help you maneuver in there. Oil drain pan and a rag. Okay, you're supposed to warm up the machine before you do this, so just drive it around a few laps. And then you want to park the machine safely and put on your emergency brake. Okay, the bottom right of the housing for the four-wheel drive differential, you're going to put your drain pan in there. And so that's what we're going to do now. And it's going to be at the bottom right of the housing. So this is located underneath the center of the front of the machine. That's where you want to place your oil pan, and then you're going to get get that drain plug off. 3/8 ratchet with a 13 socket, and we're just going to crack that drain plug and start draining it into the pan. And we're accessing this from the front of the Gator, front center. And here it is draining out. Very easy to access that drain plug. Okay, I'm on the driver's side now. Got the wheels cranked all the way to the right, and we're going to go ahead and remove that fill plug. It's on the left side of the front differential. Okay, so ours was a little tough to get off, so we went ahead and got an impact wrench, and we just put that same 22 socket on there. Okay, now you also want to check the washer on your drain plug and replace it if it's in poor condition or it's missing, which this one's fine. And next we're going to install and tighten the drain plug to the torque specifications. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put this in finger tight. Then we're going to torque it down to the torque specs next. All right, now you're going to get your torque wrench out, and you're going to tighten that down to 22 to 26 foot-pounds. All right, now the tricky part is getting the oil into the four-wheel drive differential. If you have a long, skinny funnel that flexes and bends, that would be one way. We don't have one, so what we did is take this shampoo bottle pump off of a shampoo bottle out of our shower, and we stuck a little fuel line on it. It actually threaded onto this really good, and so we're just going to pump ours right in there like that. Okay, we want to make sure your drain plug is in and you didn't skip that step, because if you didn't, all this is going to drain right back out. So drain plug's in, your torque down to specs. Now we're going to start pumping this in here. We're going to pump it in until it starts overflowing the top and oozing out, and that's how you know that you're going to be full. Okay, so now as you pumped it till it starts oozing out, and then that's when you know it's full. Like I said, you can do it this way with this pump, or you can go buy yourself a long, skinny, flexible funnel. Either way. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and install and tighten the fill plug to specifications. And the torque specs on the fill plug are a little different. These are 33 to 40 foot-pounds. And we're using the same 22 on your socket. Okay, so you can put it on with a little socket all day long, but if you want to do it to the torque specs, then you got to get in there. This is your torque wrench, and these are just extensions to get me in there with keeping the torque wrench out here so I can tighten it down to specs. But if you have a smaller torque wrench that'll fit in there on this socket, and you won't need to elaborately do all this. All right, so we're just going to torque this down to the specs like I showed you. And as soon as this torque wrench starts clicking, then that means it's torque to specs. There you go. Okay, so that completes that job. And you're supposed to check it again, check your fill level after several more hours of operation. But you're supposed to do this every 800 hours. You're supposed to change that four-wheel drive front differential. So every 800 hours or every 24 months, whichever comes first. So it's a very inexpensive thing to do. Basically, you just need that quart of oil, and that's about it. The quart of oil is like $8 at John Deere. So if you got that and you got your tools, very inexpensive thing to do, and it's a very easy thing to do. So there you have it. That's how you change out your differential oil on your John Deere 590M. And if you like the video, hit the like button. And if you want to subscribe, we're going to have a lot more videos coming out for maintenance on gators and lawnmowers and zero turns and tractors and all sorts of stuff.